Alright, so we've just been woken up in the middle of the night by a clap of thunder.
A serious storm is underway. It is shaking the building, and people are yelling and screaming and trying to give orders, and there's an awful lot of activity outside for basically the middle of the night. It's past midnight, and yes, it is thunderclap after thunderclap. This is a serious storm.
Alright, well, I'm going to quickly dress and grab my belongings.
Yep.
I assume we're going to be heading outside to see what's going on.
Yeah, the second I step outside the tiny hut, it disappears.
Yep.
And you undo your alarms. I unsummon.
Actually, I don't have to. We can cross them.
Oh, yeah? All right.
Yeah.
You can leave it up if you want.
Yeah.
But there's nothing in the room.
No, that's fine, but they're good for another, what, like 6 hours?
Yeah. Okay. So, we go down to the common area, and unsurprisingly, a lot of people are here.
Okay, so good. This is not the building that's on fire.
This is not the building that's on fire. Pretty much everybody who's staying here, which is more than normal because of, well, the recent events of losing one of the inns in town.
Yep.
Everyone's up because this is serious. There isn't a fire going in the big fireplace because you can see water coming down.
Yeah,
there's an awful lot of rain happening.
There's an awful lot of rain. Okay.
Yeah, but they have lamps lit. People in the common area, they're having drinks for the most part, trying to pass the night. A couple of people seem really quite concerned. And the noise from outside is getting worse.
Right.
There's definitely an awful lot of weather happening.
Alright. With my new arcane grimoire in one hand, which is waterproof because it's magical, I am going to put my head up, just because, for anything. I don't mind getting wet, but still. And then I'm going to go out the door because I think we should head out and see what's going on.
I, on the other hand, have put up I have a leather jacket,
Yep.
so
Put the collar up. Yep.
Put my wide brim hat on top, tie it down because it sounds like it's really rainy and windy.
Yep.
And yeah, I will step out into the... Actually, for this, I think I'll get my staff out as well because I don't normally carry it around in town, but
Yeah.
I'm going to have it out just because it's very windy and I need it for stability.
Yeah. Okay.
Alright,
So I have my staff in one hand and the grimoire in the other at the moment.
As soon as you open the door,
Yep.
it is almost ripped out of your fingers. Mostly because you're not very strong, but also because there's a very powerful wind blowing. And it does take...
If we were near the coast, I'd start to think this was a hurricane.
I think it's going to take you rolling a strength check to close this door.
Okay. Oh, not good at those.
I know. That's why you have to roll.
17 minus 1, 16.
Ah, there you go. You actually do manage it. It's not a hard check. It's
Okay.
just because you have little teeny arms.
Yeah.
So, outside...
Actually, no. My arms aren't this this good.
Not that big.
All right. I close the door with both hands.
Yep. So we step outside.
Oh yeah, I suppose pulling it shut because we're going out.
Yep. And here, there's not that much in the way of activity.
Okay, so lots of wind and rain mostly.
Yeah, lots of rain, and yeah, it's lightning strike after lightning strike.
Yeah.
There's not much of a break in between them. This is like a massive storm.
Yeah.
But down, looking in, you can't really see there, but listening in this direction, there seems to be a lot more people about and a lot more franticness to it. There seems to be a lot more concern to the east end of town.
Okay, so it's towards the docks.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess we're heading that way then.
Okay. I would like you to roll a dexterity check for me, please.
Yes, because it is wet and rainy out. Okay. Yeah, my boots don't help with water. It's only ice and snow.
Yep.
20 total.
Well, I'm actually having a lot more difficulty than you are. You're going to have to give me a bit of a hand because the roads are a bit muddy. I mean, they are cobbled,
Yeah.
but because lots of horses come and go, they add it to the surface.
Also, there's lots of rain, lots of wind, so I assume there's...
Yeah, lots of water. The roads are actually kind of slick.
Yeah.
And serious wind blowing, like in the sense of getting close to 100 miles an hour.
Oh, wow. Okay, so no fog.
No fog, but so much rain that its visibility is quite poor. There are no lights except the lightning and so odd flashes. But because there's so much rain coming down, there aren't any fires. But you notice there are several downed trees as we walk towards the east end of town.
Okay.
So
I assume because I'm assisting you, it's half move rate.
Yeah, we're not making any great rate of movement. When we get to about here, we start running into people. They're heading in the opposite direction. There seemed to be a bit of a panic for some reason about people who live closer towards the river.
Okay, something's happening down there.
Yep, and when we get roughly to where the center part of town is, the watch is out now in this part. They're trying to direct people. They're actually trying to get people to head to the west side of town. And they seemed a little confused by the fact that we were trying to head the other way. One of them stops and says, where are you going? Why are you heading towards the river?
Alright, how in the world am I going to respond to this? Something is clearly going on over there. We're just heading over there to see if we can provide any assistance, I'll say. I assume I'm having to talk over torrential rain and gale-force winds.
Yeah, you're not quite yelling, but it's close. Guy says, what are you, nuts?
Depends what you ask.
Who in the world wants to be out in this, and how in the world can you help? He just seems like he thinks you're just nuts. But he's not going to stop because he has plenty to do. There's lots of people going by. Anyway, in short order,
In short order, I just walk off without...
Yeah, he just dismisses you from his mind because he has more important things to deal with.
Yes.
So as you get a little bit closer, as you get the quarter of the distance, so we get down to about here, it becomes a lot more obvious because there's people going by and they're going door to door and they're knocking and they're trying to get people up because I'm going to give you a synopsis of this.
Okay.
The result is the level of water in the river seems to be going down, which doesn't make sense to you initially until you put a few more pieces together, and the storm apparently upriver is a lot more intense, and a lot of trees have been knocked down, and apparently it has dammed up the river upstream.
For now.
For now. And the panic is, when that bursts...
There's going to be a flood.
There's going to be almost like a tidal wave of material and water heading downriver. And that's what all the panic is about.
Okay, well, there's not much I can do about that.
Yeah, so you're about halfway to the docks. Do you want to continue?
So there's no buildings on fire or anything, which is what my main concern was.
There are a number of buildings that have been lightning struck, but because
of the rain, there's very little flame that's going to keep catching this.
Yeah, you see some smoldering because, well, instantaneously they're scorched, dried out, set on fire, and put out.
And then doused, in short order.
Yeah, so you see some steam, you see some damaged buildings, you see people in the streets looking at what used to be either their place of business or their residence, and it's basically just been destroyed by a bolt of lightning.
I mean, unless we can make it upstream to where the dam is, and there's not much we can do here.
No. So, do you want to go to the dock anyway?
Sure we can. Well, so we might as well take a look.
Alright, as you get closer, once you get to about here, and you can see the river, you all of a sudden break through the people. There aren't any people anymore. They're all left. And you do indeed see that the water in the river has dropped by about 2 feet, which is considering the size of this river,
Yeah.
that's a substantial volume of water. Because, again, there's no water coming from upstream at the moment.
No. But there will be in short order.
Yes. In short order, not knowing when, you're not entirely sure how long it's going to take.
Yeah.
At some point, the trees and natural dam that is formed
Will burst.
Will burst. All of that's going to come heading through here.
And all of this is going to get hit along the dock there.
So, you pretty much know what's going to happen now.
Yep.
What do you want to do?
I'm not sure what I can do. I don't have control of water, which would help in this situation. I could basically redirect the flood water, potentially.
Part of it.
Yeah.
Its area of effect is not that big. It certainly couldn't affect a tsunami.
Oh, not shape water. Control water has a much bigger area of effect, but yes, I don't think I could affect the whole thing.
No.
I don't have that spell anyway, so that's a moot point.
Yep.
Alright, what am I going to do?
While we're standing...
I can't freeze the entire river.
No, we are standing by ourselves
Yeah.
in torrential winds, torrential downpour, lightning strikes all around us.
Yeah.
The chances of being struck by lightning are really, really small, but they do exist.
Yes.
Do you want to stay out in this?
I don't think so. I think it's best if we actually do just go back. I'm not sure there's anything. I'm not sure there's anything we can do for this. I don't know about you.
I don't have any magic that's going to defeat Mother Nature. Are you kidding me?
No, we're not that good yet.
I don't think I ever want to be. Alright. I'm going to roll a percentage chance of being struck by lightning.
What's the percentage chance of that?
I'm not going to tell you. I'm going to tell you if you get struck by lightning. Wow. I set a number in my head. Missed it by 2%.
Missed it by that much.
Yeah.
So I assume a nearby building gets struck by lightning then.
It is so close
Yeah.
that I would like you to roll a saving throw, please.
What type of saving throw?
Against the sonic blast that is blasting your eardrums.
So Constitution?
Constitution saving throw, please. See if you're going to get knocked to the ground.
I'm going to use one of my portents, which is a 19. So that brings me up to 23 total for the saving throw.
It hurts.
It hurts, but I weather it. I knew it was coming just enough, and I have just enough foreknowledge to brace myself against it.
And the rest of them are...
So I assume I'm not knocked prone and not deafened.
No, you're fine. We are...
How are you? How'd you do?
I didn't get a 21 or anything, but I did...
I got a 23.
Yeah. I did break 20, so...
Okay. So we're fine.
We're fine. The walk back
Yeah.
is slow, annoying, and uneventful.
Uneventful. Okay.
Being buffeted and, dealing with water and everything else. So when we get back to the inn, there's a bunch more people there now. But, like I said, the rest of the evening goes by uneventful.
Okay.
Besides people worrying.
I mean, I assume they're going to evacuate that section of the town as best they can.
So, during the night,
Yeah.
you hear a thunderous crash and a roar that goes on for probably about 2-3 minutes.
Well, this is the deluge.
And then all is quiet, especially seeing as the storm is dying down as well. After which, you manage to get the rest of your long rest.
Alright.
So you're rekeying whatever spells you used,
Yep.
and
Do I want to change any of this around?
yeah, that's actually a good idea. good. Should have a look at my spell list. I haven't looked at it in a few sessions.
I don't feel like reading that guy's mind. I'll just leave it as is. I do get 2 new portents, though. I wonder if I roll a third 10. But no, seriously, the past 2 sets have had 10 in them. Nope.
I'm not gonna worry about it. No. I'll leave it as
I'm
is.
fine as well. Alright, so assume we wake up
Yep.
in the morning.
Because of the events of the evening, it was a bit tiring trying to beat the storm. We did wake up a little late.
Alright. Should we
So
go?
we have a late breakfast.
Yeah.
There still seems to be quite a few people here. Some people are just now homeless.
Yeah, I assume there's some people who are without residence.
Yeah, so they are wondering what to do. They're not exactly in the best of moods, but we do manage to get some food.
Yeah.
And then I take it you want to go.
Yes, let's go survey the damage.
Alright. This is now Vyrn. There's a fog.
Okay.
Thick fog. A lot of, it's hard to tell from this magnification, but a lot of trees are down.
Yep.
Quite a few buildings.
I think you might be able to zoom in a bit further.
Alright, we'll go in a bit further. I just wanted to leave the. Alright, we'll try and focus on just the harbor. There we go. As you can see, there's like 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, there's a bunch of wrecked buildings.
There's a bunch of seriously damaged buildings. The docks are in disarray. Some of them destroyed completely. There are no boats to be seen except a few wrecks. Some of the fishing fleet is one there. There's one there.
Well, I'm glad we didn't send Aldrich off by sending him down the river.
That would have been bad. Yes. So there seems to be a lot of people milling about. You actually notice all the council members are out.
-1.
-1. And they seem to be surveying everything, and they're talking to the watch and trying to organize stuff. There is a great deal that needs to be done.
Yes.
And they're all the people who have a job are very purposefully trying to organize stuff and deal with the wreckage. And this is one of those once in 100-year storms. This is massive.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to go down to the docks and get a better look?
Might as well.
Right. You notice something. Actually, roll a perception check.
Oh, I may not notice it then.
You will notice it. We'll see how much detail you get.
No, that's a 21. This is apparently important.
Apparently, after last night's thunder shock, your brain seems to be working really well now.
Mm-hmm.
You notice in the river, besides all that,
Yeah.
you recognize a very familiar, though very, very damaged boat.
This is the riverboat?
This is a riverboat, but it's not the riverboat you remember. This riverboat, out in the distance here,
Yeah, this looks similar to... I mean, this is one of them. This is,
This is, with that roll, you remember that this is the Gambler's Riverboat.
Yeah.
But, as you can see,
It's wrecked.
this is one of the wheels, and one of them's gone.
Yep, and a tree's through it where it was.
One tree has just been rammed right through. There's gears everywhere.
Yeah.
The tree has fallen on top of it. You can see the roof is damaged. And this is a bad perspective for this, but it's not laying flat in the water. It's listing. This part here is actually underneath the level of the river. It is not sinking yet,
Okay.
but it is close to it. The one wheel that's functioning is turning. But what that's doing is it's going around in circles.
Because it's out of the water?
It's in the water,
Yeah.
but because it's not tilted so it's out of the water. This side just dropped down below the water, so this one's still in the water, but it's propelling the boat, but it's propelling it around in circles. So this thing's going around in circles out in the middle of the river, and there's a bunch of debris there as well, and it just seems to be snagged on stuff, and it's just going around that.
Alright, well, we could easily go see what that's all about.
Yeah, you do notice with that roll, there are a number of people on deck running about trying to get stuff done. Not sure what it is. I mean, this is still from distance. That was a very good roll, so it should give you a little bit more detail. There is some activity out there.
Yes, okay. Well, I assume Sir Reardon is around here. Because he's on the council.
Yes, you did see him. He's not currently right here.
Okay. Well, we could go and see him and try to organize some sort of rescue, or we could just go over there and see what's going on ourselves.
I think they're got their hands full. If you're trying to persuade him to go and try and rescue these people, I think it would take a really good persuasion.
Alright, well, we can go over ourselves and see what's going on.
Okay. Fine.
Yep, I can swim, I can breathe underwater. You have that cap.
Yep.
Okay, we can go see, but bear in mind that we did not necessarily part with these people on the best of terms.
True enough. Though they may not remember us.
And even if they do, they may not complain about us helping out.
Yes, or who knows?
So I assume the water is relatively calm at this point?
Yes, the tsunami has gone by.
Yep.
The breakage from the dam, all that wreckage, all that's all downstream somewhere now.
Yeah.
There's a few logs, as you can see from the prior shot, that is snagged on either the bottom or a rock or just a big pile that hasn't cleared through yet. There's debris in the water.
Yep.
It's just not something that's going to be a hazard for you and I.
Alright, well, I think we should go for a swim then.
Alright.
For the third time, we are going to be swimming out to it. Well, I suppose we walked on the first time. One of them.
Yeah, we did swim ashore.
Yeah.
Alright.
Alright, let's head out there, I guess.
Okay.
I wonder if anyone's going to try and stop us. They're probably too busy.
Roll to see if anyone notices. How's that?
So you got to be a high roll, I suspect.
Yeah, and it happened. You get a puzzled look as you get ready to dive in the water, but they don't really care. They have so much on their minds.
Yeah.
If you want to go swimming in that mess,
Yeah.
they're not going to stop you.
I'm going to secure my staff through the loop I have on the back for a little, basically, like, sheath for it, and I'm going to put my new arcane grimoire securely in my bag of holding and jump in.
Yeah, I'm not going to have my staff out.
No.
It's useless in the water.
Alright.
So, we dive in. Before I dive in, I put on my cap for water breathing.
Yep.
Put my pointy hat in my bag of holding.
Yep.
Then we dive in.
Alright, let's see how this goes and if they remember us.
I would like you to roll a perception check first.
Alright.
The water is a little cloudy. Obvious reasons.
Natural 20!
Alright. So, you notice something just as a couple of synapses fire.
Oh yeah, wasn't there a river monster?
From the last time we were in this water, you seem to recall that there was this dome down near the bottom.
Yeah, there was some sort of sea scorpion thing.
Well, we didn't actually get to that point of figuring out what it was because we just went by it. It was kind of like a silken dome.
Yeah.
And it was possibly worth investigating at the time.
But we had other things to do.
We had other things to do.
Yeah.
Well, this time as you go by, you notice that it's been damaged, for obvious, again.
Well, that does make sense, yeah.
Because there has been a tsunami. You also notice...
The occupant. The occupant.
Occupants. Because
Oh.
they are now homeless. Because their home was destroyed.
Well, damaged, not completely destroyed.
No, a couple seem to be in the process of trying to repair it.
Yeah.
There seems to be a couple also that seem to be taking advantage of damage and are in the process of capturing, well, capturing is kind of the wrong word, snagging bodies that are going by of dead animals, people, and seem to be bringing them in towards their damaged abode.
Yep. Well, that sniper is really going to be unimportant after this.
Yeah. You notice, because you rolled really well, and they at the moment haven't noticed us. They are giant aquatic spiders.
Giant aquatic spiders.
Yep, they have modified rear legs that are like like paddles, and they seem to be paddling their way through the water. And you notice that when they see something of interest, remember last time your ankle got caught?
Yeah, with some sort of silken thread.
Yep, that's what happens. They aim their butt in the direction that they want to go, and they shoot out, which is really bizarre because this is underwater, right? You shoot a thread, latch onto it, haul it in, and then they take it to
their nest.
There seems to be, at the moment, you see about 3 or 4 of them that are visible.
I'm not entirely sure we should deal with this. They're just animals, really. Yeah.
I would like you to roll a stealth check, please.
Oh, this will go poorly now because I rolled a natural 20 on the last thing. Yep, that's a natural 1.
I won't even bother rolling that.
Yep.
Our passage through water is not unnoticed. But, again, unlike how lots of monsters are tend to be portrayed, these have just been handed a bonanza of food beyond their ability to consume.
Also, their nest has been damaged.
Yeah, they have work to do, and they are in the process of repairing that. You are noticed, and you are watched, but you're not harassed.
But it's just like, well, we have easier food, and he's not attacking us.
Yeah, so if you decide to attack them, it might change their minds. But they know you exist.
Yeah, they know I exist. They might remember me.
They might remember you. I doubt it. Their intelligence is not that good.
Alright, let's head towards the boat.
Alright.
So I assume because it's listing a little bit and part of it is underwater, it's going to be very easy to get onto this thing.
You can literally just swim on board.
Yeah.
As we approach, I assume we're going to go by this side because this is the part that's underwater. And you can actually just climb up this if you really want to.
Yeah.
Alright, as we get closer, we're breathing the river water. But as we get closer, there seems to be a scent in the water. We'll call it a smell because we are not consuming, we're not smelling it technically.
Oh, they did have a whole bunch of drugged stuff on here.
And that's what you notice. You recognize it just at the same time as I'm going to ask you to roll a Constitution saving throw, please.
Alright, well, I definitely don't want to end up getting that drugged feeling again, so I'm going to use a portent, which is a 14, which gets me up to 18 Constitution save.
That's perfectly fine. Ugh, that's a 4.
Reroll that.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to burn a luck point really early in this. Oh, much better. Alright.
Now, this is important.
This, if you remember from last time...
They had some sort of incense they were burning.
Yes, and there's some actual drugs that they were putting in drinks and stuff. Apparently there's been enough damage below decks where, remember we saw barrels and whatnot, and flasks, this stuff, and ingredients, that it's leaking into the water.
Yep, so their inventory was damaged and now it's leaking out into the water. Well, there's going to be some very unusual behavior in fish, I suspect.
Yeah, they're going to start gambling. But the other thing to remember is continued exposure to it will require more saving throws, and the effect is cumulative. So you have two choices: you can continue to swim underwater, breathe in the water, or you can surface and breathe air.
I'm going to try and surface. I'm just going to try and swim on the surface towards the boat.
Okay. I'd like you to roll another stealth check, please.
Alright. Better. 16.
Okay. Everybody on the board seems to be really busy for a couple of reasons. First off, as you break the surface right here,
Yeah.
you notice two things. First off, you feel really lucky because instead of continuing underwater, you get to see what's happening. There are 2 aquatic spiders currently attacking the ship.
Ah.
They seem to be a little bit more belligerent, or they were antagonized by the members on the boat because they see they have some crossbows, and they are currently trying to, let's see.
Honestly, I'm not sure that if we should get involved in this. I'm partly rooting for the spiders because these people weren't the best of people.
You see, there's 2 of them there,
Yep.
and they have shot their webbing and have hit 2 people, and are currently hauling them in towards the water.
Alright. Well, we did kind of come over here to help these people, sort of.
Alright, so I'll give you a little bit more of a visual.
Yeah.
Alright, you remember Darken, I assume. The head guy.
Yes,
He was kind of like the overseer,
Yes.
maitre d', whatever you want to call it. Well, he is at the back end here, at the part that's most of the water, giving instructions. And he has with him six crew members that are left. Remember, there's a lot more people involved earlier.
Well, there were some bodies down there.
Yeah. But there are 6 people currently now, 2 of them with crossbows up near here, which are trying to snipe the spiders.
Yep.
They have now been snagged and are being pulled in. There are 4 others that have curved scimitars, and they are currently trying to run up and cut the webbing before they're...
These people don't get paid enough.
They don't get paid enough.
Alright.
That's the situation, and we are roughly 30 feet from the edge of the boat.
Okay. Do we want to get involved in this, is the question. These are criminals for all intents and purposes.
Yep.
Yep, I'm not... And the spiders are just predators.
Yep.
I'm not really sure there's a proper side to come down on here. Yes, there is.
You notice Naren pulls out a sharp crystal rod. It's very familiar because I have one now.
Yes, you do.
He looks in his palm,
Yeah.
tosses because it's now sunny, because it always is sunny after a storm,
Yeah.
a glittering jewel that he points the rod at, and all of a sudden it hits the water and expands into a crystalline animal. Hold on a second, let's see which one he's picked.
Yep, they had these things too.
Yep. Oh, that makes sense. You see the shape of a giant spider.
Okay.
Yep. And he has created one of those and has ordered to attack the spiders.
Alright. I turn to you and I would say, well, what do you think we should do here?
Well, we are currently spectators.
Yes.
I'm going to roll, while we're thinking about this, for 2 guys. Oh, that's terrible. The 2 that were snagged
Yep.
have now been pulled in towards the spiders, and they seem to have gone limp.
So they've been poisoned, probably.
Yep. And the 2 spiders now seem to be pulling them into the water.
Well, I asked you what you thought we should do here.
Well, I'm kind of conflicted, actually. I have no care whatsoever.
We have no loyalty to these people. No, they were our enemies previously.
They tried to drug us
And kill
rob
us.
and if we were, well, I mean, they threw the dwarf into the water and chained with
Yes.
enough weight that he was not going to survive. They're not nice people. I don't care about them.
No.
But I do... Hold on a sec. Something about him bothers me, and I can't put my finger on it. Something about the last time we were here...
Yeah.
I can't put my finger on it, but something about him is really just bugging my brain.
Alright, so do we just leave the spiders to their work and go aboard?
Well, I don't think we should attack the spiders.
No.
I have nothing against them. They have not attacked us yet, so
No.
I'm fine with that.
We may come to regret that decision, but still.
Yeah, they may come and attack us because we're food, but
Yeah.
they may not.
Okay.
There currently, at the moment, is 4 people.
And Naren.
And Darken, and a giant crystalline spider.
Okay. Alright, that will not attack anything he doesn't instruct it to.
It is currently jumping into the water.
After the other two?
It was last instructions was to attack the spider.
Yeah.
Spiders.
And if I remember correctly, these crystalline creatures respond to verbal commands, not mental commands.
Yes, because I've used them.
Yeah, I've used them.
You've used them.
Yeah.
And yes, you give a verbal command.
Alright,
And
so...
one more roll. Alright. Just before the spider sinks below the water, you hear Naren shout, "To me!" And you see it
It was worth a try.
paddling back and climbing aboard the boat.
Wow, yeah, well... Okay.
Because
Well...
once it goes below the water, it's not going to be able to hear it, right? So,
No, it's not. Well, we could go aboard, I say, and try and figure out what's going on, / just loot the place.
Alright, so you...
I think that's what we're at. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna do this. I assume there's still a little bit of confusion and chaos at the moment.
We have, believe it or not been spotted.
Yeah.
But mostly because of everything that's happened in the last 6-7 seconds.
Okay, I am going to hopefully cast Enhance Ability on myself without being detected. I'm going to choose Cat's Grace, which gives me advantage on dexterity checks.
Okay. Roll a stealth check on that, please.
Without advantage because I am casting the spell.
Yeah.
15.
Well, that is matched by the roll here. What's your dex modifier?
+1.
Naren notices it.
Ah, so he knows. So he hears my incantation.
He hears it, and he's not peering directly at you in the water, which all he sees is this, right?
Oh, so he sees me.
Yeah.
Okay.
And at the moment, seems puzzled. Actually, hold on a second. He never really saw you. All he saw was the back. No, he went below decks. He didn't see you at all. He just sees someone in the water.
I think we may have talked. I think he may have met me once in passing, just as a face in the crowd. Just when he was giving his speech. That's about it.
I will give him an intelligence check. This is going to be a high DC. Oh, that natural one is not it.
Oh.
He sees a bluish green head bobbing in the water, and of course I'm beside you.
Yeah. Alright, well my plan was to sneak aboard, but he spotted us.
He sees you,
Yeah.
and seems puzzled at the moment because he's not sure why 2 people are in the water. But he's currently giving instructions to the rest of his men, because you gather from the conversation and what's happening here. They are doing stuff to keep this thing from sinking.
Yes.
They have some bilge pumps, and they are pumping water, and they're trying to keep this thing afloat. That's what 2 of them are doing. The other 2 are trying to get this big log out of the side of their boat, which is weighing them down, and they have blocks and tackle, and they have a ton of things to do. So currently we're not really that important.
Okay. I'm going to try and move out of his sight, swim out of his sight, while staying above water, because I don't want to keep breathing in this stuff.
Alright. Currently we are right here.
Yeah,
But you notice that this building is still relatively intact, even though there's holes in the roof.
And if I remember correctly, there was a door on the opposite end of that.
The second you move to about here, you are no longer in sight of him.
Okay, I would like to move towards the front of the boat.
Yep. Alright, so this part here is all underwater.
Yeah.
And then once we get to about here,
Yeah.
because the bow has a bit of a raise to it,
Yeah.
it starts to climb out of the water. And of course, at this point here, it is about 3 feet of the water, because this is sunk quite a bit.
Okay.
So right about here, you can climb in it.
Yeah, I want to just climb in near the front, away from Naren's eyesight.
Okay, so...
I assume there's a stealth check in this.
No, he knows you're there.
Yeah.
So I'm going to see if he is going to be concerned by this. Apparently he's very, very busy at the moment.
Okay. And then I suggest we climb on board.
Alright, so I would like you to now roll a stealth check, please.
With advantage.
Yes, you have casters.
Yeah. Okay. 17.
No, it's better than my 12. Let's see if he notices. That is above his passive perception. He does notice.
Both of us? Or does it matter?
He heard something.
He heard us emerging from the water, probably coming on board.
Yep. And he says to two of the men, the ones that they're not sure, but he says, you two.
Yeah, so two of them.
Something's up front. Go check it out.
Okay.
And do you want to try and hide?
I would like to try and hide inside that central structure, if possible.
Okay, you got 3 choices that are obvious. With this big honking tree here, you can hide behind that.
Yeah.
This hatch is
broken
blown
open.
open.
Yeah.
And you can jump on into that.
Yeah.
There's water there. There is a door here that is currently open anyway because the structure has been twisted. This is no way it's ever going to close ever again.
Okay. Yeah, I would like to hide inside the room, if possible.
Yeah. So that would be a stealth check.
Yeah.
But we're both going to roll. And it's a group action, so we'll see how it goes.
Alright, well, advantage prevents me from getting a natural 1, which is nice, so I get an 18.
Well, I got a 6.
You have luck.
Well, I haven't used any yet.
You used 1 point so far.
I hate burning through this so early, but yeah, it's probably important at this point. Not to get caught.
Well, for them it's important, not so much for us.
Moved it up to a 7.
I advise against using the last point.
I'm not using the last point.
Okay. So I might be hidden.
You might be hidden. I am sloshing in water or something, because...
that does make sense. I mean, this is a natural terrain for me, a natural habitat for me, but you're in an alien environment almost.
And even a lifetime living with around you and being friends with you, it's not enough, apparently.
No. It doesn't give you a natural swim speed.
No. And you hear... there seems to be someone inside, he says to Darren.
Okay. Well, I am going to be reaching into my component pouch and pulling out a fistful of sand and just being ready.
Alright. So, shortly after that, the head sticks in through the doorway.
Okay.
And it says, there's some guy in here, Darren, standing in the water, trying to hide behind some floating flotsam.
Okay, so I don't know which one of us he's seen. Sounds like you. Okay.
Sounds like me.
I am going to bring up the sand and I'm going to cast it in front of me and I'm going to send a wave of exhaustion out through the door. So I choose a point I can see within range. So I'm just going to choose outside the door and a wave of sleep is going to wash over there. And I'm going to cast sleep at first level.
Alright.
This might be a bit late, but... Okay. Ooh, 2 8s. 16. 4, 29 total.
Alright. So, you are looking.
Yeah.
You think you're hidden. You cast sleep.
Yeah.
And
I was just aiming just outside the door as far the nearest point I could see to start the area of effect.
I'm gonna roll. Let's see. Alright. Guy's looking in.
Yeah.
Curious, and then he's falls face first.
Into the water.
Splash into the water.
Does that wake him up?
We'll get to that in a moment.
Okay. Is there a second thud?
No.
No.
There's a, what in the world are you doing, Fred? I should have called him Bob. Oh, what a golden opportunity missed.
It's too late. The name is Cannon.
Fred. And I'm going to roll for Fred, because his head's under the water at the moment.
Yeah.
He does not hear it or wake up. I am going to see if he is going to drown at this point.
He can survive a number of rounds without oxygen equal to his constitution modifier, I'm fairly certain.
Yes. But if you don't have one,
Oh.
it is a moot point.
He drowned?
Oh, well, he is face down in the water,
Yeah.
and you do see him twitching a little bit. His buddy has grabbed him at this point, and is pulling him out. Hold on a second, he's going to be a little bit busy to see if he notices me. 15 to my... Oh, I finally rolled a reasonable number. I managed to hide a little bit so he doesn't notice me.
Yeah.
Picks his friend up, who seems to be choking a little bit.
Yeah.
He pulls him out of the water, slaps him on the back, which is the worst thing to do because he doesn't have CPR.
No. It's...
Come on, wake up! And at this point, you hear more sloshing as other people are coming around the building figuring out what's going on.
Okay, I remember there was a way downstairs in this...
Yes, this is a very large... I mean, this
was the gambling hall.
This graphic does not do it justice. This is quite a large space. It held almost 50 individuals when it was in full operation. It's now full of water, plasma jetsam and stuff, but there's also damage. I mean, the damage doesn't stop at this hole in the roof. There's a hole in the deck. The same here as well. You can easily dive into the water.
Okay, I would like to make my way below deck, stealthily though.
Yes. I will caution, because it should be on the top of your mind anyway,
Yeah.
that the toxin below here will probably be greater. If it's enough to affect us 30 feet from the boat,
That is a concern, because...
it will be...
Okay, I distinctly remember Naren summoning one of those crystal animals to chase us when we were fleeing.
Yes.
And I think I remember him pointing the wand at the chandeliers in here.
Yes, which does not seem to be here at the moment. Well, you see bits of crystal and
So
damage. I mean, the roof is pretty much trashed in the spot where the chandelier was.
Yeah.
You can, if you want, you can spend a round, your full action, investigating where the chandelier was.
Yep.
And to see if there's any of those crystals there.
Okay, just a straight roll, because you can't assist me.
Unless you tell me,
I'll just do a straight roll, because there's a lot
I
going on at the
assume that
moment.
you're trying to do this relatively stealthily,
Yes.
so you can't really communicate it to me.
Alright, I will roll investigation check. That's a 24 total.
Okay. No, I easily find the ruined chandelier. It's easy to find. The 24 is not necessary.
Yeah.
Because it's very, very obvious. You do find with a 24 a crystal of a bear.
Oh good, the one that's been let us down last time. Yeah. So just
find one of the crystals.
Okay.
So you do retrieve.
I will pocket that.
Crystal bear.
Yeah.
And I would like you to roll a stealth check during that as well, please. What's your advantage?
11. Clearly that was not stealthy as it could have been.
Stealthy enough. It's above his passive perception.
Which is probably 10, I'm guessing, at this point.
And he's currently trying to get his dying friend not dying.
Yes.
And he's kind of occupied.
Okay. This isn't concentration, so I'm going to do this. I'm going to point in your direction. I'm going to cast Message.
Right.
So Message lets me speak in a magical whisper that only you can hear.
Yep.
Alright. I'm just going to... Hang on. Yeah. I don't think there's anything really to that. I do have to take out a bit of copper wire, I think, or something. That's fine.
That's fine. The gentleman that was rescuing his friend has now exited the building anyway. You do hear the people. There's three more people that are heading this way.
Yeah.
They're trying to go around this way because that's the only part that's underwater. You also hear the tinkling of crystal.
Okay. Alright, so they may have more of those, possibly, or they're moving a chandelier. Alright, message is not concentration, which is what I wanted to check, because I wouldn't have done that if it cancelled out my enhanced ability. But I'm going to say to you, alright, I found one of the crystals, should we just leave now? And you can reply in a like manner to this. So you can...
Alright, hold on a sec.
That's for message, yeah.
That's much better. That nagging thought alright, I respond to you, again, and through message.
Yep.
That nagging thought that I had,
Yes.
I think this boat is being used by the Court of the Seven.
Ah, okay. So, for all intents and purposes, we're not in initiative, but that's a round, because it takes an action for me to cast. I can say a short message to you, you can say a short message back. So I can't, so that's the reply. So that's what's happened so far.
Yep. I'm going to move over to where you are.
Okay.
Because there's no one here at the moment.
Yeah.
I am going to try to do it quietly. You know how some, I'm going to step out of character here for a second as I'm not Jonas for the moment. You know in Tolkien's works, whenever a hobbit is describing how humans move?
Yep. Like a cacophony of, yeah.
Yeah, it's just loud, stupid, clumsy.
Yeah.
Well, you who move through the water with ease, I'm looking at me right now like I'm some toddler who has just learned how to walk. It is loud, it is
I'm thinking to myself, I'm the one wearing the robe.
Yeah, I am not doing very well. But I do make it over to you, and because there's no one in here, it doesn't really matter.
Okay.
But that sound is getting closer to that door.
Oh, it could be the crystal spider.
Yes. So.
So.
I say, yeah, I think this is how they get about. I think they use this as, first off, a method of getting money, and secondly, as a method of getting around.
And transporting things. Alright, well, they're not going to be doing that again.
I think they might be able to salvage it, but I think we could prevent that.
Oh, you want us to really wreck this. Okay.
I really want to destroy this boat.
Okay, well, that's easily done. We can, I say.
Oh, yeah, it's barely above the water now.
I mean, we just have to stop casting sleep and sneaking around and just, resort to, or use our vast array of spells for destructive purposes. I mean, we could just step out here and probably, you could throw a fireball out through that door, probably hit a bunch of them.
It is possible.
Yeah. Or we could try going out the other way and catching them by surprise if we want to try and remain sneaky about this.
Perception check, please.
7.
You're not sure, because because that was a bad roll.
Yep.
There's a lot of debris between here, but you think that they would probably be using that door if it was usable because they're going all the way around for...
Ah, so that door is badly damaged?
Hard to tell.
Alright,
But
well...
you remember there's a big honking log through the hole there.
Okay, well...
Alright, this is taking long enough.
If you want to wreck this place, let's wreck this place.
You now get to see a little bit of glittering as something seems to be rounding this corner.
I assume that's the spider.
And you do hear additional footsteps as well.
I'm going to reach into my pocket and pull out the crystal figurine I just found. As a, you have that wand, you can make use of this.
Alright, so I take it.
Yeah.
And at this point, I think we should probably roll for initiative.
Okay, I'm just going to cross that off because I'm giving it to you. Alright.
Alright, let's see if I can roll a reasonable initiative.
Yeah, well, alright. Oh, I have advantage on this.
Yes, you do.
Because I still have Cast Grace going. I have a 20 initiative!
Oh, wow! That's gotta be a first!
Yeah, I think it is. But I am concentrating. Alright. How'd you do?
Reasonable. I got a 12. What is your dex modifier? Ooh. That is a +3. Alright. You are first in initiative order.
Okay.
Just as you see a crystalline spider start to go through the door.
I mean, it seems a little bit of a waste to get good initiative and then not really have much of an idea of what to do afterwards. Alright. I remember we dealt with a giant spider. Well, sorry, we saw a giant spider dealt with back on the plateau before we left. So we know these things aren't too hardy, so I'm just going to start off simple and hit it with frostbite.
Alright, so
Constitution saving throw. Yep, on the spider's part.
11.
That fails against... Sorry?
12 is a +1 Constitution modifier, right?
Yes.
12.
12. That does not beat my new spell save DC of 17.
Oh, that's right, it got up by 1.
Alright, so as I cast the spell, because we are now 5th level, I draw all the moisture from the air and send it out in a spherical cloud of icy mist, which is denser before, and if one actually looked closely, you'd almost see like tiny needle-like shards of ice traveling with the spell, the cantrip this time.
Excellent.
As...
It's not like there's a shortage of moisture.
Nope, I'm taking full advantage of that and the fact that this cantrip is leveled up.
Alright, you roll your damage.
10 points of cold damage.
Woohoo!
And that spider has disadvantage on its next attack roll. Out of curiosity, where did it roll? Where did the spider roll?
Oh, in initiative order?
Yeah.
Next.
Okay.
Yeah, you definitely picked a good time to do that. Maybe a bad time. It's hard to say because you are now become its target.
Okay. Well, it's disadvantage to hit me.
Yes, it
Okay,
is.
it's taking 10 points of cold damage.
Feels cold, maybe, because it's a construct.
I mean, it took the damage, I assume.
Yep, it took damage. It didn't seem to shrug it off in any way. And it is now going to do a leap towards you.
Okay.
And try and bite you.
With disadvantage.
Now, fortunately, because of your spell,
Yeah.
it doesn't take advantage of the natural 20.
Oh, that's
But
good.
instead, takes advantage of the 3. Hold on a second. It does get some pluses. Which brings it up to an 8, which is nowhere near your armor class.
My armor class is 11 now, which is as low as it's been since the start of the campaign, but that doesn't hit me.
It leaps, and you see because of the ice and various...
And this is why I love Frostbite.
Shards of crystal,
Yeah.
crystal, it jumps, but jumps short.
This must look really neat, but very weird.
Yeah. Well, because the hole in the ceiling and the light and everything else is very sparkly, very splashy,
Okay.
but it does not do what it wanted to do, that's for sure.
Alright.
So, next person to round the corner is very familiar. This is Darken.
Okay.
He sees us. Well, he sees you for sure.
Yep.
Probably gonna notice me anyway because I rolled a 4 on my stealth.
Yeah, we're in combat. It's we're not exactly
Sees
hidden.
the spider. Sees something going on with it.
Yep.
Doesn't seem quite right. Pulls the crystal rod out. Takes another crystal.
Oh dear.
Tosses it. Points the rod at it.
Yep.
And I am going to do this randomly because he does not have much time to think about this.
No, he's just throwing one in.
He's just throwing in another troop.
Yep.
Which ones do you have? Alright. Alright.
I mean, I assume they had a large inventory of these things. They were on chandeliers.
Yep. Alright, so I'm going to roll randomly for that. Alright, this one forms into a very large, sinuous serpentine form.
So a snake.
Looks like a giant snake.
Probably a giant venomous snake. Well, does the contracts have... No, I don't know if the constructs have poison. No, wait. I summoned a giant scorpion. It had poison.
I'm going to roll it into the initiative order. Oh, a natural 20.
Oh, good. It's going before me.
Yep. But that won't be until next round. So, that is his action. And he already did his move. He has no bonus actions to speak of that he's actually showing us. And what he's going to do now is... I'll wait there for his turn to come around again. Next up in initiative is me.
Alright, so I assume the crew are going after you then.
Yes, we can hear them,
Yep.
but we don't see them.
I assume they all have one initiative point?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's just easier that way. I am going to...
And there's 4 if I remember correctly. Nope. Oh. 3.
One drown.
Oh! So he did drown.
He did not make him. Buddy.
Well, I'm not going to feel too bad about that because we are fighting them at this point.
Yeah. Well, there's no point feeling sorry for any of them at this point.
Because you're up.
Because I am up.
I get this distinct feeling you're reaching for a whole lot of D6s.
I'm missing one.
Yeah.
Where's my other D6?
Is it in the bag?
Oh, there it is. No, I'm just blind.
Oh.
Yes, you see me point my wand, and you see the very familiar beam come out of it. And I am going to fireball.
So where are you aiming the fireball?
I'm not quite centering it on there because actually, no, I think I can center it on there.
He's just looking in through the door. He didn't move.
Yeah, and the spider was going to leap, and it had a 30-foot move to get to us, and it didn't quite make it. So I think I'll be able to get everybody,
Including the crew?
including all the poor guys standing outside wondering what's going on.
Should I roll some dex saves for you while you count that up then?
I tell ya, Fireball has been really letting me down lately.
It still is?
Still is.
Should I just roll 6 dexterity saving throws for you while you count that up?
please. For a total of 18.
Okay. Alright, this is Naren. He has a 12 plus whatever his dexterity is.
Would be a save. So he takes 9.
The spider rolled a 3 plus whatever his dexterity is.
Not good enough. Takes the full 18.
I'm afraid to report that the snake rolled a natural 20.
God. Hold on a second. I gotta check something here.
Okay.
Alright. Now the sailors, please.
And the crew in order got a 14, 5, and 6.
So those are all fails.
Okay.
You hear some deafening screams from outside the boat. Darren is hurt, but not severely. The spider dissipates.
Oh, the spider's dead?
The spider has been discombobulated, yes.
Alright, so Naren succeeded.
Yep.
We took 9.
And the sailors all took 18 and seem to be in extreme agony.
But are not dead, okay.
But they are not dead.
And the snake took nothing.
The snake took nothing.
Alright, well, that was a good round. I don't know why you're complaining about that fireball.
Let's see. There's 2 1s, 3 2s,
Yes, it was a low roll.
and a 4.
I know the max on fireball is 48, so like the average is 24, so it's fine.
Yeah.
There's lots of water everywhere, it's fine.
Yes. And I'm not happy. But other than that, my turn's over.
So I assume that brings us to the crew.
The crew is currently splashing in the water trying to soothe their burns. I'm going to see.
I don't think that's going to cut it, guys.
Yeah. Well, again, as you said earlier, they don't get paid enough for this. So I am going to see what they're going to do. Well, they all seem to be quite occupied trying to put up the burns, soothe their burns.
Yeah.
Not helping. It's actually probably making it worse.
Well, this isn't salt water, it's fresh water, right?
Yeah, it is fresh water, but it is still water on, well, burns.
Yeah. 3rd degree burns, probably.
They're not taking any more damage, but their turn is currently occupied because, like I said, they don't get paid for this.
Okay. Well, top of the round is the snake.
Yes, the snake, which has not been taking any damage by either you or I, and has been told to attack them.
So, it's got 2 targets.
It's got 2 targets. Would you still like odds?
I usually go for evens.
No, alright, you get evens.
Yeah.
And for once...
For once, it goes after me.
Yes. Alright, so...
Alright. Well, I don't have, it doesn't have disadvantage to hit me, so...
So I have to get onto the page where he is.
Yep. That's a problem when you're planning a session sometimes. Lots of Word documents and notes. Sometimes you lose track of stuff.
There we are. Alright. Holy crap.
I assume this thing's got a good odds to hit me, unfortunately.
There's a bunch of good stuff. Let's see what it's going to do.
So, is this a constrictor snake out of curiosity? I suppose there's not much point in me asking that now.
You can roll a nature check.
27.
Did you say 27?
19 plus 8, yeah, 27.
Alright. It doesn't have any distinctive markings, but it has a shape, and you know that poisonous snakes have a narrower head, and this one has a bulky round one. So you're fairly certain this is a constrictor snake.
Okay.
And if
I rolled a natural 19 on something that was completely pointless.
Alright, it very quickly does a little slither, gets there, and it goes to bite you.
Alright, what's the attack roll to hit?
With its +6 to hit. 9.
I bat it with my staff out of the way.
Like, really? That's 2 attacks on you, and they haven't broken double digits.
Well, one had disadvantage, to be fair.
True. This one did not.
Yeah. Okay, I think these crystals were cracked when Naren used them.
Yeah, he's doing something wrong. Of course, you know, when I use them, they don't work very well either. Alright, so that is its turn.
Yep.
We are now to you.
So it's right in front of me.
You are in melee with a crystalline entity of some kind.
I mean... Out of curiosity, how much distance from me to the door is there?
30 feet.
I mean, this is too perfect not to do. I don't know if I'm going to catch anyone else in this or not, but... I mean, I spent almost a week researching this spell. Let's cast it.
You're going to pull it in, are you?
I'm going to cast Frost Breath, the spell of my own creation.
Alright, explain it to people.
I will explain it to people as soon as I get down there to where it is. Alright, so Frost Breath is a 3rd level evocation spell. So it is a range of a 30-foot cone emanating out from my mouth. I exhale freezing cold in that cone, and each creature in the cone must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or take 3d10 cold damage, half on success. Also on a failed save, most of the target's body is encased in ice, restraining them. During the turn, the frozen individual can attempt a strength check as an action to break free. And here's the part that's going to be very interesting. Any non-magical liquid in the cone's area effect is also frozen. The ice created by the spell melts after 1 minute.
We're in a skating rink.
Okay, so I need you to roll some Constitution saving throws. Or possibly just one. I don't know who's in this. Naren may just be out of the range, I don't know.
He's just at the edge, so I will give him advantage on the saving throw, but he is just, like I said, just
Okay.
on the edge.
Okay. Oh,
Snake himself, though, is right
in front of me, yeah.
rolled a 16
Oh, that sounds like I might succeed.
with a +1 Constitution modifier, 17.
17 is my DC.
Yeah.
And what about Naren?
Darren, with his advantage, the 18 by itself is enough.
Yeah, so half damage then, so neither of them are frozen, unfortunately. However, there's going to be a whole bunch of ice.
Yeah.
Oh, wow! Well, Fireball might be letting you down. I actually do want to take a picture of this because that's 3 9s.
Oh, that is impressive.
27 points of cold damage, and yes, I'm taking a picture of that to insert into this video when it's edited.
Alright.
So 27 points of cold damage halved.
Yep, so they both take 13.
Yeah. Alright. So, as well as first casts of that go, even when they save, that's not bad.
Yeah, that was actually excellent.
Alright, 13, and Naren is taking 22 points of damage.
Yep, he doesn't look terribly happy about all this. It's not going as he had hoped.
No! And the best part is I can do it again. So...
Snake does not seem to be horribly bothered by this.
Oh, does this have resistance?
Either has a lot of hit points,
Oh,
or it's resistant. It gets hard to tell.
okay. I'm still leaving 13 damage there. What happens to the water?
You have a skating rink between you and Darren
In the shape of a cone.
in the shape of a cone. It's not even,
Mhm.
because it was water that was moving at the time, and of course you exhale, so it has ripples in it.
Yeah.
It is difficult terrain,
Except to me, because I have the boots.
you know, and I have no intention of going in that direction, so
No, well, I hope everyone enjoys me debuting my new spell.
I did.
Yep.
I don't think Darren did.
No.
Snake doesn't care.
No, that's fine. That's my turn. I'm not moving because, well, the snake's in melee with me.
Yeah.
In all honesty, it might have been a better idea to cast Mirror Image, but I wanted to cast that.
Alright.
Oh, wait a second.
We are now at Naren in the initiative order.
Ah, and I also didn't prepare Mirror Image.
So I'm going to roll to see what he's going to do.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You can't see them.
Okay.
So, we are now at me in the initiative order.
Yes.
That is a problem. I don't want him to get away.
Well, I can Misty Step past the snake and out the door on my next turn, but that's on my next turn.
Yes, I think you're fine. I'm not too worried about you being problem. I'm going to cast the first level spell.
Okay.
I'm going to cast Expeditious Retreat.
Okay.
This is going to drastically improve my movement,
Yep.
which is going to get reduced because of the difficult terrain.
Yes.
But I maybe be able to catch up to him. So
Yes.
I'm going to geek around.
Are you entering the snake's melee range at all?
I am not going to do that. I am going to go around it because I have a lot of movement until I get to the
Until you
ice.
get to the... Yeah, so how much of your movement does that do you use to get to the ice patch, basically, and then out the door?
I am going to use probably about 20 feet of my movement just to avoid the snake.
Okay, so that gives you 70 if you're dashing as well.
Yeah.
Maybe
So,
less.
well, I'm going to keep moving until I find him.
Yeah.
I'm not going to just run and keep running. So I'm going to roll a dex check for me. That would be a 6 plus 4.
There's no DC for slipping on the ice, really, built into the spell, so it's whatever you decide.
Well, I already had decided, which is 10, so
Okay, so you keep your feet then.
not well. So I'm going to reduce my movement. I think it's going to find it a little
Okay.
hard going. But I have so much movement left over
Yeah.
that I will be able to get to the door with ease. It's only 30 feet from you.
Yeah.
And that's my normal move rate, even halfway. Anyway, 70 cut in half is still more than enough.
Yeah.
So I get to the door,
Yep.
and then that's it.
That's it. That's your action. Alright. You don't shout anything
I'm
out.
out of the ice,
Yeah.
and I can see stuff, but that's it. Alright, so at this point,
It's the crew.
we get to the crew. Let's see what they are going to do. Well, they've stopped splashing around the water. They are really in rough shape.
Yes, I assume they were outside the Frostpress cone, because...
Oh yeah, where they'd be dead otherwise.
Yeah.
Only one of them seems to be here.
Oh, the other two probably jumped off?
It is
Alright.
brandishing a scimitar at me.
Well,
And
okay.
try and hit.
Yeah, this guy does not get paid enough.
Well, unfortunately for him, with all the damage he's taken and the conditions and everything else, he barely keeps his footing and doesn't come anywhere near me with the scimitar.
Okay.
So that would be his turn. I
Alright.
can see there, he's still here.
Okay.
I yell that to you.
Okay.
And that is basically the round.
That's the round, so we're back to the snake.
We're back to the snake.
Yep.
Who hasn't been given any other orders.
It attacks me, I guess. Yep.
That's a 7 plus 6, so that's a 13 to hit you.
I will cast shield.
Alright, so he goes to bite, and then this.
I hold my hand up, and the blue fluid dome forms into the shield of energy, and it just bounces off.
Then he bounces off.
Yep.
Alright. Then we're to you.
Okay. I'm not too concerned about this snake. It doesn't seem very effective. I'm... So 30 feet to the door? 30 feet to the door?
Yes.
I will cast Misty Step as a bonus action and teleport to the door.
Alright, so you're beside me now.
Yep.
You see Naren and some poor fool who's got not enough brains to jump overboard.
Okay, well, I can't cast another spell. I can cast a cantrip. So I can hit someone with frostbite. That's the best I can do. Okay. I assume we want Naren alive?
Possibly, but you don't want him to escape.
Okay, oh, why not? We'll try this. I'm going to hit Naren with Frostbite, but I'm going to try and make this non-lethal, so if I produce his points of zero, I just want to try and get him to fall unconscious. But alright, roll his Constitution save.
He rolls a 12.
Does he have a +5 Constitution?
No, he does not. He does not have a 20 Constitution. So he fails.
6 points of cold damage.
Alright, so I'll put that in brackets. Because you are just trying to...
Well,
his movement.
the damage all goes to the same place. It's just if he falls unconscious or not. I don't know.
It is in brackets, because if we do enough damage to actually kill him, he will not be dead. He'll be unconscious.
Yeah. Okay. He has disadvantage on his next attack roll for all the good that's going to do. I don't know if he's going to attack or not.
Okay.
I have 30 feet of movement. The guard's in between. The crew is in between me and him.
Yeah.
No. Well, I don't think I'll be able to move that space. I assume Naren is on the opposite end of the boat.
Okay, so Naren came out here.
Yeah.
Exactly where we are currently standing, which is right here.
Yeah.
Then he moved a little bit this way, and he's currently
About there.
right there. And he looks like he's trying to figure out what to do.
Yeah.
Now, all of a sudden, you appeared in a cloud of mist of blue and whatnot.
Yeah.
I seem to be hyped up on caffeine or something and moving really fast.
Yeah.
He is actually getting to the point he's thinking, but it looks more like he's verging on panic at this
Alright,
point.
and the crew is somewhere up there. Crewman's somewhere there. Okay.
And the crew is just like past where you could, so you can't see him through the door.
Yeah.
And he's standing there, and he is basically swaying on his feet
Okay.
and trying to keep a scimitar up.
Okay, I will use some of my movement to just step out of the doorway, so I'm out in this room.
Yep.
There's no way I can close this door behind me, is there?
It was jammed
Yeah.
open to begin with,
Yeah.
so no.
Okay. It would probably be an action to try then, so I'm done.
Yep. Alright, so you're done,
Yep.
and now we are going to get to
Naren.
who is going to try and flee, but he's partially frozen.
Well, yeah, a little bit.
So he's cold, and he's shaky, and he's wet.
And he's going to dive in a cold river.
Well, he's got difficult terrain to get over because there's a big honking tree right there. So I am going to give him a dexterity saving throw to see if he can navigate all that. And I'm going to do it at disadvantage because, well, that's the only real way I can put your spell effect into what his current action is.
Okay. DM's choice.
So, he has a good dexterity modifier.
Yep.
If he doesn't trip, he is negotiating it, but he is a bit slow. He makes it over the tree.
Yeah, that doesn't look like 15 feet of movement, even if he...
Yeah, he's made it around the corner.
Okay.
So, again,
So we saw where he went.
yes, he's trying to sort of run away and think at the same time. He's just... His first thought process was, get out of line of sight. And he's not aware yet that, well, I can easily outrun him.
Or that you can just throw another fireball on the corner of the building there. Yeah. Okay. So that's his turn?
That is his turn.
Alright, we come to you now.
We're at me. I am at most 40 feet from him.
And you have at most 90 feet of movement.
Yeah, so I'm going to burn 30 feet of that as a disengage motion.
Okay, so you're going to use your action to disengage
I'll disengage from
the crew member.
crew member.
Yep.
Okay. Yep. And then I will dash to the corner
As a bonus action? Or your movement?
as my movement.
Okay.
And that leaves me with
A bonus action.
I have no bonus actions.
Yeah, because disengage is an action, I'm afraid. Even with Expeditious Retreat. You could not disengage and just take the attack of opportunity.
I think we'll do that because he looks like he's going to fall down anyway.
Yep.
I'm just going to run by him super fast.
Okay. He still gets an attack, so...
And now decides to roll well.
Yeah, I was about to say, he's definitely going to hit, though, with that.
Yeah. He rolls an 18 to hit me.
Do you have shield prepared?
I want to use my...
Shield's a reaction.
Yes, but that means it doesn't get it. Oh, I guess it doesn't get
Reactions do not... No, action and bonus action for casting a spell and a cantrip in turn is that, but shield reactions use their own ruling. And even if you could use a reaction to cast shield and still throw a firebolt as an action.
True. No, I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm gonna just take the damage.
Okay.
Because he's barely standing. He rolls. Apparently, he's very, very weak. He rolled a 1. Plus 2.
Alright, so you take 3 points of slashing damage. That brings you down to my hit point total.
Yeah. So I still have 42 hit points. So
Yeah.
again, I didn't think it was too much of a worry.
No, it was going to be one attack. It's a d6 plus 2. It's not a lot.
So I get there and I see him.
And you still have your action now.
I still have a whole action, so I can cast any spell on my list. What am I going to do to you, you miserable bugger?
I mean, if I was able to get there, I'd probably cast Sleep again, but... I don't know if we want this guy alive or not.
Well, he may have information.
He may.
That is the problem.
It's going to have to be a verbal interrogation because I decided not to prepare Detect Thoughts again.
Oh, even with the... Yeah, I suppose.
I decided it wasn't important, so I just... Yeah, sorry.
Alright, this does not make any sense, but it's magic. I am going to cast Maximilian's Earthen Grasp.
Okay.
Technically, it works.
Technically it works. I just like to imagine it suddenly there's a lot of shaking as a massive hand comes out of the water.
Yeah.
Because the nearest soil is down there, probably.
30, 40 feet below us. Alright, so he gets to roll a saving throw.
Yeah, strength if I remember correctly.
He rolls a 2, so doesn't matter what it is. He has no strength modifiers, but he does have a dex modifier, but even with...
I'm pretty sure it's strength for Maximilian's Earthen Grasp.
Yeah.
So he's grappled and takes damage, doesn't he?
He takes damage, but like you, I'm trying not to kill him.
Okay, that's fine. You can have him. You can try and knock him unconscious with this. That's fine.
Yep.
Still roll damage.
Yes. Unfortunately,
Do you want me to look it up for you?
Drawing a blank on how much. I think it's 3d8.
1 second. Maximilian's Earthen Grasp. Okay, guess it. Okay, it is a strength saving throw. It's 2d6 bludgeoning damage.
I've marked that down.
Okay.
Alright. He takes 6 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay. And he's restrained.
And he's restrained.
So I assume he's still conscious?
I'm working at it now.
Okay. By my count, he's taking 34 points of damage.
He's in rough shape.
Okay.
Getting kind of woozy, but he is still conscious. Now, we come to...
The crew member.
Yeah.
Well, I'm the closest target.
Yeah, again, decision time. Wow, he finally sees the sense of the discretion and balance.
Yeah, because it was the giant hand of Earth coming out of the water that did it.
Yeah, he sees that there's a lot happening here that he can't handle.
Yep.
And then drops his sword.
Yep.
Puts his hands up for a second, turns, dives overboard.
Okay.
You want to take a reaction to hit him?
Oh, was he in my melee range?
Yeah, we both were. You were standing beside me.
No, I'm not going to. I'm going to keep my reaction for more important things.
Alright, so he dives overboard and is currently trying to swim toward shore.
Okay.
Hold on a sec.
Does he make it?
You notice almost,
Oh yes, the spiders.
you notice like 4 or 5 seconds after he hits the water, he starts seeing him swimming. All of a sudden,
Okay, so they're hungry again.
well, they see an easy target. They're probably stocking up their larder for those lean days of winter.
Okay. Well, so he's out of the initiative order, definitely, so that brings us to the snake.
Yep, so he is gone. Can you roll a perception check for me, please?
Okay. So this is just my perception?
Yep.
15.
After seeing that, you notice, you're thinking that with how you've seen me swim, and you know how far it is to shore. You don't see anyone else swimming.
They've all been taken down below.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just that's an aside.
Okay, so we might have to worry about these spiders getting out of here.
So, this sounds really funny, but I need to roll a dex save for hazardous terrain for a snake, which is trying to make it to you. Even though it's on its belly and it can't really fall.
Yeah, it can just move at half move rate, I think, to be careful.
Rolls really well.
Alright.
So,
Look at that giant
it
constrictor
is-
snake. Yep.
Made it halfway to you.
Halfway to me?
Yeah, you moved 30 feet.
Yep.
It moved halfway, and then it's going to dash, move the other half. It is now in melee range with you again,
Yep.
but it does not attack because it's slipping and sliding. Again, it's fine.
Okay.
It's just having very difficult trying to get things coordinated as a construct. So that's its move, and its action, and it's now you again.
Alright, it's not me again. Oh, why not?
Are you going to frost breath with the snake again?
Yes. I'm going to aim... What?
Someone has a new toy!
Yes, I do. I'm playing with it. I'm going to aim at the cone almost into the room perfectly as far as I can. Just try and get just the snake and not you or
Well, you
Darren.
see me.
Yeah, so I'm going to aim it directly into the room.
Okay. You have plenty of food to spare there, so I won't get you to roll for an errand.
Okay.
So that's fine.
So roll a Constitution saving throw for the snake.
Not going to give it a portent.
Do I have any? 1 second, I'll check. Actually, yes, I am. Is it okay if I do that?
Of course it is.
Okay, it gets a natural 1.
Oh, you roll a 1?
I did this morning. Natural 1. So this is a crit.
Yep. Just to let you know,
Yeah.
if you hadn't done that, it would have got a 16.
Which would have been a fail.
Yep. So you're doubling up the damage here.
Oh, but this isn't as good as the other one. That's a total of 11, which doubles to 22. Glad I did that.
It is now encased in ice.
Yes, and I imagine so is most of the room.
It is still here.
Tough. Alright, so that's my action. Out of 3rd level spell slots. Okay, well I did that.
So, you still have movement and
Yes.
bonus action.
Well, I don't really have much to do with the bonus action, apart from a spell which I can't cast. So I'm going to take my movement and try and move to follow you.
You will be moving out of the snake's
Yes.
healing range.
But it is restrained, which means it has disadvantage to hit me.
Yep.
I'll take my chances. I'm at full health.
Alright. Now, Let's see if the snake can actually do something.
Yeah.
Alright, what's your plus to hit? A 16 to hit you.
It's even through shield, so yeah, I'm not gonna waste my reaction.
Alright, you get bit. Alright. So,
Well, we've established it's a constrictor snake. It's not poisonous.
no, it's not poisonous. Well, not with that roll you made. Alright, so that would be...
I took a chance. It's stuck there, though.
2d6. A 1. And a 1.
Plus what?
Plus 4. You take 6 points of damage.
Okay. Well, it wasn't pleasant, but I continue moving.
Yeah.
So I have 30 feet of movement. I assume it's difficult terrain.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll move as far as I can.
Alright. You're just going to take your time to move, then I won't make you roll a dex check.
Yep.
Unless you're trying to catch up to me.
I'll move towards you, but I'm just gonna keep keep walking carefully, and I'm gonna try and keep an eye on that snake.
Alright, so we move now to you can't get to me.
Yeah.
So we're going to move on to Naren.
Alright, he can make a strength check to try and break through the hand, I believe.
Yep, he certainly can. It will be his action. He rolls a 17, which will break, but I don't want him to.
Oh, you're going to use your last luck point?
My last luck point, because I want him to stay here.
Okay.
His second roll is a 2. Just have a... Actually, no, he doesn't have his strength bonuses. He is held.
Yeah.
And is going to take an additional...
2d6 bludgeoning damage.
Yeah. Takes 3 more points of damage.
Alright, that's up 37 points of damage he's taken.
Yeah, he is really feeling it.
But still conscious.
Still conscious.
Alright then.
Look at me.
Well, as an action on your turn, you can have the hand crush him.
I think I'll just do that.
Yep.
I'm going to try and squeeze him into unconsciousness.
Yep. I wonder what happens to this. I wonder what happens to the snake if he.
Nothing. Not a concentration place.
No, so it sticks around.
So Naren finally succumbs to being squeezed.
Yeah. I don't think you have to do anything. There's action cause. No, he does get a strength save.
I thought we already did that.
No, when you force it to crush him, he gets to make a strength save to try and resist the damage. He still takes half, I think, on a success.
Okay.
Okay, so he's unconscious?
Roll a 12, and he is unconscious.
Okay.
And I was trying to make it non-lethal.
Yeah, so he's not bleeding out. So he's stable.
And he is now held, still
Yeah.
restrained.
Alright, yep, he's in the hand for the next minute.
Well, the majority of them.
So, out of curiosity, where's the hand situated? Is it over the deck?
Comes out of the water, like out of the ground, like this.
Yeah.
And it's ground.
Okay.
But yes.
I know I said it came out of the water.
Yes.
But as for flavor, but is it just he's holding him over the deck? Okay, it's fine.
Yeah. I know there's no earth, but it doesn't say you need earth.
No, it's a spell. It creates it.
Yep.
I just say I pulled the soil up and turned it into the hand from below. It doesn't matter.
Sure. That's fine.
All right, so that's
So
your.
top of the round.
Just-
we have,
It's an action to use a strength check to break free.
yes, we have a snake that wants to get out of being.
Frozen.
It rolls a natural 1.
That's a fail.
And unfortunately, there's no real consequences for that, but
No.
it's definitely not getting out.
It's still stuck there.
Yep.
Movement. It's restrained, so its speed is 0.
Yep.
Yeah, I should say we have had. Frostbreath has had a real good run of luck of things not breaking out of it.
Yes. And for those of you who are new to this, this is our not our first campaign, so this is a spell from a previous campaign. Yes.
Yes, it is one of my favorites.
Yeah. So, you.
Alright, it's me. He's unconscious.
Yes.
Well, now what do we do? I guess we could try and kill the snake.
We should probably get rid of it.
Okay.
And because of my familiarity with how this all works,
Yep.
we have two choices. We can just blow the thing up.
Yep.
Or you can go over and remove the crystal rod from his grip and command the snake to do something else. Or you can wait till my turn and I can try using my crystal rod to take control of it.
I'm just gonna hit with frostbite. I can see its head, presumably.
Why overthink it? Just blow the thing up.
Yeah, why not? You can attempt to take control on your turn. I'm going to try and freeze it further.
Alright, I will roll a constitution.
Yep. Yes, frost breath doesn't impede that at all.
That is a 10 plus 1.
I'm really loving my new spell save DC at 17. 5 points of cold damage.
Alright, so it is now taken.
And it doesn't matter for disadvantage because it's still restrained. 40 damage as far as I can tell.
You're correct. So it's now taken 40 damage and is still here.
This is a tough snake.
That's a tough snake.
Alright. Well, it's my turn. Naren's unconscious but stable.
Yeah,
So he's
he
fine.
doesn't get anything.
Yep.
I can move
Oh,
my hand.
1 second. I'm going to roll something. He's unconscious for next 2 hours, because we sometimes forget that.
Alright.
It's a 1d4 hours. It's 2.
Alright, so I'm going to continue concentrating on that, and I'm going to move with my super speed at an angle so that I can see the snake.
Yep.
And see that it's still here.
Yep.
And I could release him from the grip, but I don't want to do that yet. I'm going to magic missile the snake.
See? Even you aren't using the wand.
I could attempt to take control of it.
This thing's probably half dead at this point.
There just doesn't seem to be any point.
Yeah.
So, I have only cast one spell today.
Whereas I've cast...
Oh, sorry, no, 2 spells today.
Yeah.
I have cast Maximilian's Drifting Grass.
Yes.
And I can't remember what the other one was.
Expeditious Retreat.
Thank you.
That's why you're moving so quickly.
Yeah. Funny I would forget that.
I'm just going to... What?
Well, you should write that down so I remember. I haven't cast any 3rd level spells. Why not? 3rd level magic missile.
Oh, okay, 3rd level magic missile.
That's 16 points of damage to this thing.
16 more... Okay.
And it's still here.
It's still here? Good grief. One other thing of note. I don't mean to be a rules lawyer.
Yep.
But Maximilian's Earthing Grasp and Expeditious Retreat are both concentration spells.
My bad.
Yep.
So obviously I'm not moving fast anymore.
Yep.
That's fine.
Yep.
I forgot.
Yeah, they are both concentration.
But I can easily
You can still move there, it's fine. Yeah, you probably had to move 5 feet to see its head. It's coming out of the door.
Yeah. Yeah, my bad. Too many things to think of.
Yep.
That is back to the top of the round, so it is going to try and resist.
Yep.
Or-
Another action to break free. DC 17. Not even close, no. It's a high DC.
Yeah. And no modifiers. Yeah. Well, sorry, plus 1.
Okay,
It's stuck.
it's stuck.
You're up.
Frostbite, one more time.
Fails.
9 points of cold damage. 65 points of damage.
Yep. It is gone.
Okay, so it shatters, leaving behind, I imagine, a shell of ice where its body was.
Yeah. So that melts.
Which
There
is
nice
about
reverse structure. You have a mold for a snake if you want to pour something in there.
yeah. So that's going to last for a little under a minute.
Yeah.
And then it'll melt.
Well, at this point, I think we should deal with Darken.
Yep, we're out of combat.
Yep. So I'll stop concentrating on Maximilian's Earth and Grass.
Okay.
It did a nice job for me. Tie him up and relieve him of whatever he has on him. And by the way, all he has on him is a belt with a dagger. Nice jewel dagger. It's actually quite nice. And a satchel.
Oh. It's a minor point, but I'm also going to stop concentrating on enhanceability. Because it's served its purpose.
And, well, we still gotta get to shore.
Yeah, but it's not a dexterity check to do that.
No problem. Anyway,
It might. I still have a second level spell slot, so I can just cast it again.
Also in his grip, which will slacken, and he has a crystal activation rod.
Yep, like you have.
Yep. And that's all he has on him.
Alright.
A satchel, a crystal rod, and a belt with a dagger. Nice dagger, but
Okay.
still just a dagger.
Still just a dagger. Okay.
It might be magical, who knows?
Uh,
And he is definitely unconscious.
I'll take 10 minutes and cast Detect Magic.
Alright.
He's unconscious for a few hours.
Yeah, I'll do a medical check on him, but I have lots of time to do that.
Yeah,
So
and he should be stable.
breathing, alive, some cracked ribs, not happy,
No.
but not dead, did not die.
No, you did bludgeon him into unconsciousness with a stone hand.
Yeah. 2 magical items. The satchel and the crystal rod.
The satchel is magical, or the contents are magical?
The satchel is magical.
Okay, is this yet another bag of holding?
Could be.
And the dagger, you said, or the rod?
The rod.
Okay, the rod we know is magical,
The dagger is very nice,
but not magical.
but not magical.
We have tons of money already.
Could you roll a perception check for me, please?
Natural 20.
This is something I wanted you to notice ever since you first boarded this gambling ship long, long time ago.
Well, now you finally get... Well, I finally rolled high enough.
During all this, you notice on the back of his left hand is a brand. It's a brand that looks kind of like a brain with tentacles coming off of it.
Alright. I mean... I think that might concur with what your theory was. I mean, we don't know.
You can roll a history check if you like.
That's probably with disadvantage.
Well, I'm not gonna. Alright. Because I'm there,
Yeah.
we'll just make it a straight roll.
Okay. I was gonna say, because I assume if this is about the court, I don't know their history.
No, but we've heard rumors,
Yeah.
and know some aspects of it now.
Okay, that is not a 1, it's a 7. Plus 8 is 15.
Not sure.
Not sure, but if you were right, then...
Yes, you do now have something, an experience that may tie into other things later on.
Yeah. If only you had... If only that hand of yours could carry him all the way across to the shore.
I'd be happy to carry me all the way to the shore.
Yeah. You should look into that.
I'm soaking wet, and I have to get back in the bloody water. I would rather not.
I could cast Prestidigitation to dry you, or shape water to pull the water from you, but you're just going to get back in again, so there's not much point.
And also, we have a job to do.
Oh, you want to literally destroy this boat?
I want this boat to succumb to its damages, yes.
Okay.
I did a fair amount of structural damage.
Yes, Frostbite doesn't really structural damage, just freezes everything.
It is going to sink in time.
Yeah. Ice floats, by the way. So I may have actually helped.
Yeah, well, the ice is already melting. Actually, during all of this, the 10 minutes, the ice is good on.
Yeah, that's true. It took me 10 minutes to cast Detect Magic. I'm just going to just quickly just look over around the boat as far as I can now that we have a moment while Detect Magic is up.
Nothing.
Nothing, okay.
Well, actually, that's not true. Sorry. 30 feet, and it's not really blocked by wood, right?
Oh, this is one of those things that I have to, hang on, I have to check this. I know it's blocked by some things. Wood's on the list, I think.
Well, it's a foot of stone, I know.
3 feet of wood or dirt.
Okay, so that's not enough.
No.
Alright. We are currently probably moved over here just to get away from all that mess.
Yes.
You do notice in this area, both on our level and below, there is magic.
Okay, there's some magic in here. Down below has got that,
There's multiple bleeps.
there's lots of, okay. Multiple sources of magic. Okay, there's some in the room, so I should definitely go check that out.
Okay, check that out.
Yep.
You definitely have to go around. That door is trashed.
Yes. So, it just comes down to whether or not Detect Magic runs its course or not by the time I get there.
You have 10 minutes.
Yep.
It's only going to take you less than a minute to get there.
Okay.
Wading through the water, aren't even bothered by
No,
water.
I'm not. I have the exact same movement in water as I do on land.
Okay. You approach where the crystal chandelier is,
Yeah.
and you find 2 more, now that you actually see them, glowing crystals.
Okay.
So we have 3 of those now.
Alright, what are these 2?
You got the barrel already.
I gave that to you, so you have that technically.
Yep. And the other 2 are an Allosaurus.
Okay. That's a... Don't know how to spell that. That's not right. Okay.
That's fine.
Okay, it's fine. The other one?
Is a giant scorpion.
Oh, the one I had lots of fun with last time.
And the rest of the blips
Are down below. Is it worth going down there? Because down below is where all that stuff was leaking out, and there's going to be lots of that toxin and down there.
And it is going to be much more concentrated down there. And roll a general intelligence check for me, please.
Just intelligence? 22.
We've been here before. We've been down below before, and we know that they were making potions.
Yeah.
Or incapacitating people. They were using barrels of the stuff.
Yeah.
And a lot of that is magical in nature. There was also other potions that they're making, and of course they had stores for other magical items that they had, most of them to deal with making people happy.
Yeah.
And making them spend money.
I'm not entirely sure it's worth going down there for the possibility of getting this.
The other thing that might occur to you because of that is because the floor has been damaged quite a bit, more of these crystals may have.
Yes, there is that. That did occur to me. It's just like...
They could be down there as well.
Well, I'm going to come back and talk to you and just converse with you about this. Well, there's stuff down below. We know they were making potions and a lot of other of that incense, which was magical. There could be some more crystals down there, but I honestly am not entirely sure it's worth going down there.
I know we got reasonably good constitutions here.
Yes, but that's not fun.
But I remember what it was like trying to fight off that stuff.
Yeah.
I don't think I really want to be in this water with those spiders.
No, that's a bad idea.
Not having my brain functioning properly.
And I just want to confirm, it is a Constitution saving throw to resist that, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Enhanced ability will not help then.
Oh, will you recast cast it.
No, it's Constitution
Oh, sorry.
checks.
Hmm?
It's Constitution checks, not saving throws. I get advantage on.
Um,
Alright then, well, as for wrecking this boat, I do not have much prepared to help with that.
I do. And I have 2 third-level spell slots left.
You cast a fireball.
Oh, sorry, I'm not 6th level yet.
No.
Sorry, I was thinking of, when you mentioned Constitution saving throws, I was thinking of 6th level all of a sudden, because I'll have a nice ability then.
You should still have... No, wait.
I have 3rd level.
What did you cast Magic Missile at? 3rd level?
Did I? I did.
You did. Get the hand back!
Stop reminding me of these things!
Get the hand back! I'm sorry, but a giant hand of solid stone is going to be very good for wrecking this. It's falling apart as is.
Unfortunately, it is not, and it's... I suppose I can just grab things. I don't know, it's really getting beyond its...
Just, it can crush sections of the boat.
I gotta really stretching its ability there.
What else do you have prepared?
I'm looking.
We could take a short rest and you could regain a 3rd level spell slot.
I can try blasting it with Chromatic Orb using Force.
Yeah, I could shoot some holes in with Magic Missile. Or, like I said... Oh, wait! I have my ring.
Oh, yeah. That would do a lot of damage.
Yeah, actually, it does... I think it's got something that lets it do extra damage to structures. I'm just gonna... Alternatively, you can... There's an action to try and break an object you can see within 60 feet of you that isn't being worn or carried. The ring makes a strength check with a +5 bonus for each charge you spend.
Alright.
Do you want me to try that?
Suggest that we commandeer this boat.
Let's call it that, sure.
It's above the water,
Okay.
mostly.
Yep.
It's made of wood. And we can put our buddy on here
Yeah.
and get to a safe distance.
Yeah. I'm just going to use shape water to just create a little bit of current to get the boat out a little bit.
Yep. And I will use Chromatic Orb. That's 2nd level. And you use your Force Spring.
I'm going to... Should I use all 3 charges?
Oh, yeah. We'll aim for the same spot, too. So
Yep. Alright, that's all the ring charges on the ring. Okay, so I am... So, the ring makes a strength check
Yep.
with +15 to hit this thing.
Yep. Don't even roll. You can hit it.
Okay, so do I just roll... Do I just roll damage?
Yep. Roll damage, and I'm adding 14 to it.
Yeah, so that's a total of 29 to hit. Alright, so 60-10.
Plus my miserable 9.
That's a lot of 2s. Alright, 10. A disappointing 17 points of force damage from 60-10.
We suck. How much you say?
17. What time did it attack one creature in the range? It hit. So it makes it +5. I don't know how you want to rule this.
It's a total of 26 additional points of damage to a very damaged boat.
Yep.
But it is not going to sink instantly. So you do see a bit more bumping happening. I can try and hit it again.
I could throw in that magic missile. If that'll... Does that help?
It's force damage. And you can aim it precisely, so you don't have to roll besides damage. Alright, we'll do one more. I'm going to hit another Chromatic Orb.
Magic missile.
Roll your damage.
The magic missile almost rolls higher, I think.
Oh, that's more like it.
So, in comparison to the 6d10, the 3d4 plus 3 rolled 12 points of force damage.
Between that and the additional chromatic orb damage I'm doing it, aiming at the same spot, you hear an awful lot of psst and bubbling and everything else as a lot of air is being left out from underneath some pocket underneath the deck.
Yes.
And the boat is definitely going down.
Okay.
And on top of that, that wheel has stopped spinning.
Okay.
So we've done some damage to it. And is definitely heading to the bottom.
Okay. So we're in the boat.
Yep.
I can keep using shape water to provide us with a little bit of a current.
Well, keep us from sinking at least anyway.
Yep.
Alright.
So this isn't going to be quick or anything because...
So, we're heading towards shore with an unconscious individual.
I can make basically the 5 feet of water around us is just moving us, giving us a bit of a current, but basically not. It doesn't have enough force to actually cause harm or anything. So it's just basically just like as if now there's suddenly a current moving our boat.
We do see the odd aquatic spider go by, but we are moving and not an easy target being in a boat.
A boat. So it's not that derelict.
No, it was just the graphic I had.
Okay.
It is definitely full of water, but you can use your water.
Yeah, I can just...
So we are...
I can literally do both. I can concentrate on a few effects of this at the same time.
Yeah, so we are not an easy target for something that is, well, they have enough food for last quite a long time.
Yeah.
They're not desperate. They're not attacking.
Okay.
And, well, I mean, we know of at least 6 humans that they have down there now.
Yep.
So, plus whatever they got beforehand, plus probably some cows and horses.
Yes. They're going to be well fed.
Yeah, so they do not want to risk it. Seeing how, not sure if animals can sense magic, but they know something's different.
I don't know. It's also a boat. They presumably don't attack boats very often.
Well, ones that are half sinking, yes. Ones that are propelling along, and none seem to be, also something's going on. The animals do have a sort of a sixth sense of a few things.
Okay. So we make it back to shore, not quickly, but without issue.
Not quickly, not with issue. Hold on a sec. I'm going to back up to this.
Ah, yes.
But also, because we're not doing it quickly, we're also moving downstream. So we are actually going to make shore just south of the city.
That's fine.
Yeah. And the shore is not... it looks like that.
Yeah, I assume we do make landfall before 2 hours have passed.
Oh, yeah, no, he's still unconscious. We
Okay.
make landfall within about 15 minutes.
Okay, then.
So he's definitely out still. And there aren't any people out here. They're all very, very busy. There are some farms, of course, along this road.
Yeah.
But they are also very, very busy. We are unnoticed at the moment.
Okay. Where are we putting this guy?
In regards to what right now? Are we going to stay here and wait till he wakes up? Or are we going to drag him somewhere?
We could hand him over to the watch, I suppose.
That would mean us, with our massive strengths, carrying him into town.
Yeah, I suppose.
Up to you. What do you want to do?
We could try waking him up, I suppose.
Then he comes around and then walk him into town.
Yeah, because, well, if we do that, will we get a short rest?
He you can have a short rest because he's not going to be awake for about another hour and a half.
Yep, okay. I am going to use Arcane Recovery, regain a 3rd level spell slot, and a 1st because I can do that now. I'm loving this grimoire already.
I will regain a 1st and a 2nd.
Okay.
Alright. In that short bit of rest, as we sit there, and you cast Prestidigitation to dry me off so
Yep.
I'm not miserable. We build a little bit of a fire, have a bite to eat,
Yep.
and he comes to eventually. Very groggy, confused, very hurt,
And very unhappy.
very unhappy.
Alright.
And a little bit puzzled, but he sees us. A bit of a panic now because, well, he's tied up, for starters.
But not dead, I point out.
Dead. And you can see it in his eyes. At the end of that, there's a yet. he is considering his options and not liking them.
Well,
What do?
well, we want answers, but it's been a long day. So we should probably... I mean, I think the best option is us handing this guy to the watch and telling... and explaining a bit of the situation to them just so they can hang on to him, at least for a day, until tomorrow.
Alright. Roll an intelligence check for me, please.
Natural 1!
Sounds like a great idea.
Almost a 19.
Alright, well, 19, 1, what's the difference?
About 18 points and a lot in this game.
Yeah.
What do you think of that idea? Yes, I'm stretching here, but I don't know.
I'm not up on the legalities, so I'm not sure.
Neither am I, but, I mean, we definitely are owed some goodwill in this town.
Given the current situation, there's probably going to be looting. There's probably going to be a lot for them to do. I'm not sure if they will take him into custody.
Okay, where else are we going to keep him? We can't take him back to our hotel room.
No. We could do something else.
Oh, we do know of an underground complex which is relatively secure.
Yes, we do.
Yeah. It's a bit of a walk,
Yes, it is.
but I think it's our best option.
Yeah, it was not flooded. It should be fine.
Oh, that's true. Well, let's go see.
Alright. I am going to roll a Constitution saving throw for this guy because he has had a day. And we'll see if he can actually walk that far. No. He walks for about 10 minutes, and then he is not really capable of supporting himself anymore.
Okay, well, the two of us should be able to drag him. Half speed.
Yes, we could drag him around the city. I don't think dragging him through the city would be...
That was, yeah, we weren't going through the city.
Alright. I would like you to roll a Constitution saving throw, and seeing how our Constitutions are the same number, roll it with advantage. We'll just call both of us a teamwork.
Natural 20.
Never mind, we are no problem.
That's the second time it's gone from 20 to 1 to 1 to 20 now.
It does take time. I am going to roll to see if anybody notices or cares about this. Wow. That was rolling really bad. Everyone's really busy.
Okay.
I don't seem to pay attention. What we do is we put one arm over each of us. So we're each holding an arm.
Yeah.
He's kind of stumbling, walking. He just looks like someone who's injured.
Yep.
No one's
He is.
him. He is.
Yep. And for expediency's sake, I guess we take him to the... Yep.
You make it there in plenty of time.
Yep. Because they're all 20.
Yeah. And, again, just to move this forward.
Yep.
Yes, the floor is really wet, but it's not flooded.
Okay.
So we could move over to the other graphic, but we're not going to.
We're not going to. It's not worth it.
No. We make one of the rooms. We plop them down.
Yep.
There is broken furniture and stuff in there. Actually, there's a bedroll in Vyrn's lab that was being used by the thieves, so we can make them reasonably comfortable.
And I recommend we rest here.
Take a long rest so you can get the tech thoughts.
And I know normally the DM calls this, but we probably should call it here.
Yes. What we're going to do, though, is do the long rest, because no one knows what this place but us now, because everyone else is dead.
Okay.
You prepare to deck thoughts, and I think we should do that a little bit now.
Oh, okay.
Won't take long. And I'll ask little bugger, who do you work for? And
Detect thoughts. Neither of those are going to help.
I am going to try and be intimidating. Alright. Well, that was a 1, so I'm going to re-roll that.
Yeah, you have your health back. Oh.
Just try and get a better number than that. Alright. I'm not very intimidating, because I have horrible charisma.
Okay.
But I do manage to get my point across and ask him, who do you work for, and do you actually want to get out of this alive?
Okay.
So, you detect, are you pushing in?
Yes, definitely.
Alright.
I have no portents to help with that, though, unfortunately, so it's every rolls. Wisdom save.
Wisdom save of 8.
Does not beat 17, so...
No, I've been rolling really bad.
Okay.
Unfortunately, we're not in a massive combat with something important.
No.
Alright. He, through the questioning, my questions are, who do you work for? What were you using the riverboat for? Have you done anything recently that's, involves Vyrn's run? Those kinds of questions. And as you probe into his mind, which you can't resist, you find out that he is an agent of the Court of the Seven. He is specifically tied to the Aberrant Mind Corp, which doesn't really mean a whole lot to us at the moment.
I assume that's something similar to... It means he was working with Vapula, probably.
Yeah, kind of, you think. And his normal job is to take this gambling boat and pilfer as much money from people as possible. We already knew that.
Yep.
Recently, he was recalled to a place called Ulrich's, and at that point, a number of Court of the Seven agents boarded the boat, and he was ordered to take them just to the north of town and drop them off. Unfortunately, during that, a massive storm struck. The agents of the Court of the Seven did manage to get to shore before the massive tsunami hit. But
Well, there was not much the boat could do, apparently.
they had to be dropped off earlier than they wanted to. So instead of being, a few hours out of town, they are, he's not sure, longer than that, days maybe. He doesn't know. He's not.
Okay.
He's just a guy who runs the boat.
Detect thoughts only lasts a minute, so that's probably where it'll cut off.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's it. That's what you know. In the bag of holding, which is what it is, because we'll do a identify on that, is a bunch of stuff. A lot of money. two more crystals. Because he had 4 on him at the time, and he used 2. The crystal activation rod, which we know about, and some alchemical gear. He tried to stop as much as he could and do it as possible before it all got flooded out, and he had to leave because, well, he knows what that stuff does. So he does have some gear, and we can get into that at another time.
Yes, we will. Because this episode has gone long, and it is almost 11.
Yes.
Alright. Oh, well done.
Oh. Did you turn it off?
No? Okay.
Oh.
No, we're still here. Thank you for watching, everyone.
Yep. We have done something.
We have done something.
Yeah. Alright.
Alright.
Thanks for watching.
Thank you for watching, everyone. Please remember to like and subscribe, and we'll see you here again next time.
Yep.
Bye, all.